Okay guys, the Ben 10 comic is finally out, so I already read it, but I'm gonna go quickly through it. So here you can see the cover. This is the final one, which we also seen in my previous video, and we saw it before with of the new art with the new aliens. Another alternative and manufacturing and people who worked on this, basically. But yeah, first off we have a shot which shows Vilgax in his ship talking about the Omnitrix, but not mentioning it by name, and then it shows like a comet coming towards the Earth, which is obviously the Omnitrix. Then on Earth, this is the thing that surprised me. It doesn't show any school and that stuff, it just brings you directly into the forest. The vacation already started for Ben, Gwen, Grandpa, and Ben is talking with his sumo slammer cards. And this is one thing that made me even more interested into this comic. That Gwen already is like interested in aliens and believes in them, and alien conspiracies in specifically are mentioned here. So I think that's really interesting. And also it says that Grandpa prohibited Ben and Gwen to have any sort of tech with them. One thing that also kinda weirded me out is that Ben straight up mentions Gurul in here. Like, I really wasn't expecting this. I mean, so this is the thing that I'm also interested in about this comic. When is this happening? Like, is this in the modern times or is this 2005 like the original? This is what I'm wondering. Because yeah, Google existed in 2005, but I don't know, it wasn't that mainstream still yet, I would say. But yeah, then Ben and Gwen are kinda arguing, and then she says to him that his parents wanted Ben to come to this vacation only so that they can get rid of him, and Ben gets kinda pissed and he goes away into the forest. So it is different than in the classic series. Then you have this military guy who obviously notices the Omnitrix is coming towards the Earth, and here we have Ben in the forest who sees the Omnitrix coming down. Yeah, then it crashes. Classic stuff, we know how this goes. And then this is another thing that I found really interesting in this version of Ben 10, that this Omnitrix is sort of like a tentacle. It's not like in the ball like in the original, and it kind of like wraps around his hand, and it doesn't show that it's like some kind of weird tech immediately. And then immediately it is kind of surprised me, like it can jump scare me or something, that the military just appeared really quickly. And yeah, they were already here, and Ben went to hide behind this tree. And then we have Grandpa Max, who went to search for Ben, and Gwen waiting in the rust bucket. Then Ben is trying to get away and talks about the Omnitrix. He doesn't even know what that is yet, but he can't get it off his hand. And then we see this. It also surprised me, kind of like a bear robot, half bear, half robot maybe, which attacks him. And yeah, this bear robot doesn't get explained, but we'll probably get an explanation. It's interesting. And then the Omnitrix starts acting up, and Ben transforms into 4 arms. So it's not a Heat Blast, his first alien that he transforms into like in the classic series, but okay, it's okay. I mean, okay change. And then yeah, he becomes 4 arms. So here we have a better design for 4 arms. And I like that they made him have green pants, because like Ben has green pants. And this is probably the most surprising thing about this one, when 4 arms Ben says Freddy Fazbear. Like if this is meant to be a reference to FNAF, this definitely, maybe like FNAF confirmed to be canon in the Ben 10 universe. But yeah, it's just an Easter egg, but it's still really funny. Yeah, he fights this guy, and I really like how he mentions here 4 arms, and more like with bold letters, so that it's fun. But he starts to already transform back into Ben, and then he tries to avoid the bear, obviously. And then the Omnitrix does some more stuff, and he transforms into Heat Blast, which is a cool design of him. I do really like his design. Not as good as the original, obviously, but I still like it. And he wants to burn this bear. It is really interesting. So the military guys notice some flames and want to go after whatever they think that is. And yeah, Gwen here calls Grandma. And here, this is another interesting part of this comic. When Grandma Max figured something like this would happen, happen eventually, just not this soon. So he probably knew that the Omnitrix is coming or something. If this is what he's referring to, maybe he's just referring to Ben and Gwen arguing and going away. I'm not sure. Yeah, here we see more Vilgax, and here is finally the design of Vilgax, and he kind of reminds me of Thanos with this like golden gauntlets, but his face with like this scar, he looks real nice. Like, I really like this new design. Can't wait to see more of it. And this thing I also forgot to mention, where the military guys are wanting to go after the flames, and they say Heat Blast, which is another OG name for Heat Blast. Obviously, we all know that, and I do really like it. Yeah, guys, make sure to buy this comic. I know I'm on a random site, but I will definitely try to buy this comic to support Ben 10 in general. And yeah, also the ship is different from the classic series. It also looks nice. Also, these guys who are working for Vilgax look pretty cool. Their design isn't shown that well here, but it's interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch more of Ben 10. We have also like the cover for the next issue already, and for some other comics. And here we have the alternative covers, which we've already seen mostly. Yeah, I covered all of this in my previous video about Ben 10 already, and they are nice. So you can see all of the alternatives plus some more new ones, such as this forearms one, and some just with simple logo. Some of one that I really like also here, so also the forearms. This is one new which I like, so I'm gonna zoom in so you can see better. And this one's where it transforms into like Wild Mad, Diamond Head, and Heat Blast. Also look really cool. Like, Dynamite isn't even in this new comics, but okay. And yeah, I cannot wait for more issues to come out so that I'll read them. And yeah, this is it. Nice stuff. Oh yeah, here you can also see some Diamond Head and some more funny Wild Mat and nice artwork. So yeah, subscribe and bye and stay heroes.